Danger, danger, danger. Live test in progress.
Ready? 56. She can read the letters good. 66. 57. 67, 66.
This is perfect. We can see the line better.
56. 61, 62. 56. 61. 56. 66.
She moved it.
55, last one. 61, 62. Okay, let's take this. Okay, now we're in here. No moonlight. 72. 71. 72, 71. 72. 71. 71 and 72. Wow, it's way warmer in the shade. Let's hold on, we're gonna move it back. Watch the camera for a second. I'm not sure where the moonlight is. Let's just move it all the way to the moonlight.
No, I can see the moonlight.
Where is it?
Because it's right around the shadow of the...
Down to 56.
We'll do it all the way to the right because the shadow's all the way to the right.
64. 56, 55.
It's almost every video.
60, 61. 55. 59. 62. 61. Now watch. Do it again. 71. It's freaking 70s. It's super warm in the shade. The shade is super warm.
I'll put it back so I'll pan up to the moon after.
Wait, you ready? 55. Look at that crap. 55.
Did you just not witness an experiment that proved the moonlight is a cooling light? I mean, here's the instrument. The newbie temperature gun, non-contact infrared thermometer with laser sight max display, and all I know is that it measures the temperature, right? So let me explain to you what just happened. We're on the sidewalk, and we have a moonlit portion, and then we have an object obstructing the moon's light, and this creates a shadow, right? In the moonlit area, we see the temperature was on average 56 degrees Fahrenheit. And then in the middle, you see when the tray was not completely in the shade, it would go over a few degrees, about 8 degrees. And that's just indirect moonlight. Indirect moonlight created the 62 degrees. And then we go over to the shadow, and it's 72 degrees. I mean, that's just not right. That doesn't make any sense. So then I think, let's see how the moon lights up. And the answer I got was, the moon shines because its surface reflects the light from the sun. And despite the fact that it sometimes seems to shine very brightly, the moon reflects only between 3 and 12% of the sunlight that hits it. Okay, so we see that the sun shines on the moon, and the moon supposedly reflects the light off of it into our eyes. That's what moonlight is. I mean, that's what I got taught. That's what I always thought. Isn't this what's going on? This little cartoon for all the students for the indoctrination system. This is what happens. Don't ask any questions. Doesn't the moon cool? Didn't we just figure that out? No. The moon just reflects the light of the sun. That's all it does. Don't ask questions. But teacher, I just did an experiment, and I can point you to dozens of other experiments that prove the same thing. Oh, what's that called? Yeah, it's a repeatable test with empirical evidence that we have that the moonlight is a cooling light. Do you see how that works? Because we just didn't read it out of a book. That's what indoctrination is, when you just read something and believe it. So us smart people go out and test the things that we read, right? All of us crazy people who actually test the things that we read just found out the moonlight is a cooling light. And how can that be possible if the sun emits a heating light? I mean, look at these camels. I mean, they're in some serious heat right now because the sun gives off heat, right? So tell me, is there a moon base on the moon? A heat converter that converts all the heat and then sends it to the earth as a cooling light? You think there's some super secret base? That's what you think? Super secret base collects all the heat from the light and then emits it as a cooling light. That's what you believe. All right. I mean, this video doesn't even have to be long. You just go on Google and type in, does the moon emit a cooling light? And all you get is unscientific sources, according to you, according to your science, that forces you to believe what you read and not question anything. So according to you, they're unscientific, but according to the scientific method, they're spot on. Do you see how that works? We created a repeatable test with the moonlight, and now we're showing you the results. So I don't really care what you're gonna believe. This has nothing to do with belief anymore. We just proved it. The sun emits a heating light. So somewhere in the process, it turns into a cooling light. Do you see where that is an issue with the globe model? Because in the flat earth model, the moon is its own light, its own source of light. And apparently, we just found out that this separate entity from the moon, which produces a separate light, produces a cooling light. This is proof. I just showed you proof. Do you know what the word proof means? Let's go over it. Define proof. Evidence or argument establishing or helping to establish a fact or the truth of a statement. So we just debunked the fact that the moon is reflecting the sun. Not just believing that it's just what happens. This is what happens. The moon, it just reflects the light of the sun. Yeah, I'll pass on that. I'll take a hard pass on that scientific method. But I don't care what you do. But I certainly don't want you to believe in a lie anymore. And that's why I'm calling BS on the moon reflecting the sun's light.